Cookie, amen. Because you're caught up in your tradition and your custom. Sit here acting cute, don't want to clap your hands, acting like you got it going on, but you got devils in your house. So what she does, she comes out on Monday night, the Central. The problem is that you've been hanging out with them Negroes feeding you snacks. TV ministry, snacks. Put it back up. Verse 27. We see she's hungry. Look what it says. She's hungry. Look what it. And Jesus says to her, let the children first be filled. For is it not to meet to take the children's bread and to cast it to the dogs? That's what I love about our Lord. He makes us, put us in a position to think. Now remember, she comes to Jesus begging, asking because she's hungry. And you know, when you're hungry, you smell that aroma, you want to eat right now. But Jesus really want to see where she is. So Pastor, sometime when folk come to church, you need to see if they're really hungry or not. All right. When you are hungry and you want a whole meal blessing, you not only have to be hungry, but you got to know what to say. Remember what Jesus said to her about feeding the family, right? Look what this verse number 28 says. Let's turn to verse 28. And she answered and said to him, yes, Lord, yet the dogs under the table of the children's eat the children's crumb. Now, I noticed that y'all have on your sign out there, you have a daycare center. I assume 2 years old, 3 years old. Am I correct? Now, you can't put a child at an adult table. You got to put them at a lower table. Yeah. And so what Jesus is saying, not the food that I'm eating, but the food that the children are eating. Now, why would he use the children? Think about children when they eat. They always make a mess. And she turn back to that verse 27. I want to show you something. And it says, for it is not meet to take the children's bread and to cast it unto the dogs. Then let's turn to verse 28 and let's hear what she has to say. And she answered and said, yes, Lord, yet the dogs under the table eat. Wait a minute, what kind of dogs are they? They're not wild dogs. They're the kind of dogs you have in your house, chihuahuas and poodles. They are under the table eating the crumbs. And she says, yes, the dogs under the table eat of the crumbs. Isn't that interesting? She wants the whole meal, but she said, I'll take crumbs. There are too many people in the church that want a whole turkey and all you can digest is a turkey wing.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Y'all not feeling me? Jesus considered these Gentile dogs. The woman took a lowly position. She knew she could not get the big meal. She said, I'll take the crumbs. Because the crumbs to me is a whole meal coming from God. But God would honor her crumb faith with a whole meal blessing. Yeah. She was simply asking for a small blessing that might fall from the table. Yeah. Now understand, what she really wants is third-class crumbs. Not the crumbs that fall from the table, not the crumbs that fall into your lap, but she wants the crumbs that fall from the table to your lap to the floor. Third-class crumbs. When you're hungry, you will be satisfied anything the Lord gives you. It's interesting that some of you are hungry and you want everything overnight. My daughter is demon possessed. I've come looking for help, and whatever you give me, Lord, I believe you can do it, because they just told me that you walked on water. They just told me that you fed 4,000 people. Give me the crumbs.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Why would she ask for crumbs? Because she knew she was undeserving. She was a Gentile. She did not speak their religion. She did not practice their religion nor their language. And she said, if I can just get the crumbs, Burton, that fall from the table. Yeah. I'm not deserving of the whole turkey.
Right.
Just give me a little bit. Why, sister? She said, well, Reverend, you need to understand. Maybe the men I was bringing in my house is the reason why my daughter is demon possessed.
Look out. Come on. Yes, sir.
maybe all that reefer that I was smoking around my son is why he's a pothead right now. I'm not deserving. I'm a mess myself. But it's my baby and she is messed up, tearing up my house, and I got to get her some help. I carried her for 9 months. I held her in my arms, and now the devil got her. Think about that for a second. A whole meal blessing. She has to be hungry. She knows what to say. And let's turn to verse 29. Turn that up there for me, brother. I appreciate you. And he said to her, for this saying, go what? Thy way. The devil is what? Where? Lord have mercy. Wait a minute. Go home. The devil is gone. Lord, wait a minute. Wait a minute now. Wait a minute. I came here looking for a whole meal blessing, and I was willing to accept crumbs, and just because I said I was going to accept crumbs, here you go saying, go home, your daughter has been healed. Not only was she hungry, not only did she know what to say, but it also reveals her faith. Pastor Ezel, A.W. Tozer said, faith is like a muscle that needs to be exercised. You got to exercise. You know, the other day, after the week of convention, my back was tightening up because the doctor said it was stress. And he said, all you got to do is stretch and exercise. And I've been stretching and exercising. My back is loose. I feel much better. And that's the problem with us in church. We don't stretch our faith enough. We sit there and we sit in that comatose position, and our spiritual backs lock up on us, and we can't clap right, we can't shout right, we can't pray right, we can't sing right, because we are in a feeble spiritual condition. Yes. Saying, this woman says to the Lord,